Section 4.8 is about least common multiple. We refer to least common multiple in short by LCM. LCM, when we find the LCM, it's going to help us find common denominators for fractions. What we're saying is we want to change 10 and we want to change 6 to some same number, and we got to figure out what that number is that we can change both those numbers in by multiplying. And we want to do it with the smallest number so we can save ourselves some work. All right. So if we want to find the least common multiple of 6 and 10, I use the prime factorization way. I want to break this 6 down into a product of primes, 2 times 3. And then I'm going to write that product of primes over here in my columns like we did with greatest common factor. So 6 can be written as 2 times 3, and 10 can be written as 2 times 5. So again, we're going to write those in our columns. So I'm going to fill my 2 up. I don't have a 3, I have a 5. And then what we do in least common multiple is we take 1 from each column. 2 times 3 times 5. 2 times 3 times 5 is actually 30. So the least common multiple is 30. I can change 6. I can multiply 6 times 5 and get 30, and I can multiply 10 times 3 and get to 30. I can make these two numbers, I can multiply them by something and change them into the same number. That's going to be helpful when we get to adding and subtracting fractions because we need a common denominator, sorry. Okay, so the biggest thing for LCM, we take 1 out of each column. Find the least common multiple of 45 and 75. Again, I use the product of primes. 45 can be broken down into 9 and 5. 5 is a prime number, we circle it. 9 can be broken down as 3 times 3. So again, I'm going to use my columns again. Okay, I'm going to write 45, and it's 3 times 3. And then there's a 5 over here. I'm going to leave some space just in case there's more 3s than 75. 75, we can break that into, let's see, 3 times 25. And then 5 times 5. These are all prime numbers in. So 75 can be written as there's 1 3 and then there's 2 5s. Looks like I need another column of 5s here. All right. Then we're going to take one number from each column to find the LCM. LCM, take one number from each column. All right, so I have a 3 times a 3 times 5 times 5. Okay. So the least common multiple of 45 and 75 is going to be 9 times 25. If I have 9 quarters, I have $2.25. So 225. Good. What about the least common multiple of 3 and 12? Well, 3 is a prime number, so that's already written in its prime factorization. So 12 we can break down into 2 and 6 and 2 and 3. So when we break 12 down, we're going to have 2 2s, 2, 2, and 1 3. Okay, again, we take 1 from each column. 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. All right, so 12 is the least common multiple. We can multiply 3 by 4 to get to 12, and we can multiply 12 by 1, and obviously it'll stay 12. And so we can get them to be the same number. All right. Find the least common multiple of 25 and 30. We're going to use the product of primes again. 25 can be broken down into 5 times 5. 30 can be broken down into 3 times 10, which can be broken into 2 and 5. So we're going to go ahead and write them over here in our columns again. 25 will be 5 times 5. And then 30 can be written as 2 times 3 times 5. And then again, we're going to take 1 from each column. So we're going to have 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. So we have 2 times 3, which is 6, times 5, which is 30, times 5, which is 150. Would be our LCM with 25 and 30. All right. So one last problem. Says Mr. J needs to buy paper plates, napkins, and cups for a party. Plates come in packages of 12, napkins come in packages of 16, and cups come in packages of 8. What is the least number of packages he will have to buy if he wants to have the same number of plates, napkins, and cups? You ever notice that like burgers come in things of 10 and then you can only buy buns and things of 8? They always do that to you, so you got to buy some more. Anyway, so let's figure out the least number of cups, napkins, and plates. We want them all to be the same. Looks like they come in packages of 12, cups come in packages of 8, and napkins come in 16. If we were to find the least common multiple of these three numbers, we would be able to figure out our lowest number that we need to buy. So let's see, 8, 12, and 16. We're finding the LCM of 8, 12, and 16. Well, we need to break down 8 and do 2 times 4, and then 2 times 2. So that's their 8's prime factorization. 12 can be broken into 3 times 4 or 2 times 2. And 16 can be broken down into 4 times 4. And 4s can be broken into 2 2s. All right, so let's go ahead and let's write them in our columns. Let's go 8, 12, and 16. 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2. 12 can be written as 2 times 2 times 3 over here. And 16 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Again, draw our columns. All right. We're going to take one from each column. So we're going to have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So 4 2s and 1 3. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16 times 3 would be 48. So I'm going to have 48 of each. I'm going to have 48 plates, napkins, and cups. So that means if I'm going to buy plates, 48 divided by 12 because they come in packages of 12. It'll tell me how many packages I need to buy. So in this case, I'm going to have to buy 4 packages of plates. 4 packages, 4 packs of plates. All right. 16 packages of, or 16, one package is 16 cups. So we'll go 48 divided by 16. And we should have 3 packs of cups. And then 8. So 48 divided by 8. And we should have 6 packages of cups. And that would completely answer the question. So I hope this helps. We'll see you in class.